right here for a long time. I've seen your dreams in the night sky. You know I want you to be mine, but you won't make it that easy. You're not the type to fall in deep. You know that really you want me. We're on our own, take a risk now. Just let it go and don't fall down. I hope you know that my heart is yours. Never let go. Sudden months and stars out there. Let the beauty in your eyes well. With the picture I've got in my mind, it's you and I. I see you've lost your way back home, but I'll take you somewhere we're alone, so that you can see my heart again and never go. Why can't I get you to just stay? You're like a song stuck on replay. Your smile is always in my way. I know you know that you need me. It's not a secret that we keep, so just admit you see me. We're on our own, take a risk now. Just let it go and don't fall down. I hope you know that my heart is yours. Never let go. Sudden months and stars out there. Let the beauty in your eyes well. With the picture I've got in my mind, it's you and I. I see you've lost your way back home, but I'll take you somewhere we're alone, so that you can see my heart again and never go. Never go, never go. You 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 never go, never go.
got my head off the ground. You pick me up when I drown. You got my head spinning round. I'm out of control, just hold on. We can make this last a while, but you keep acting like a child. So we can do this one more time, then I'm not gonna do this anymore. Cry on my shoulder and make me feel like I'm the one. So go and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you. Let's just say our last goodbye. For now you can lay down for a while and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you dear. My head off the ground. You pick me up when I drown. You got my head spinning round. I'm out of control, just hold on. We can make this last a while, but you keep acting like a child. So we can do this one more time, then I'm not gonna do this anymore. Cry on my shoulder and make me feel like I'm the one. So go and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you. Let's just say our last goodbye. For now you can lay down for a while and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you dear. Let's just say our last goodbye. For now you can lay down for a while and cry on my shoulder, so you can find someone but me to hold you dear.
Freakazoids, robot, please report to the dance floor. Z-O-I-D-S, Freakazoid. Your every wish is my command. Take me to your dance floor. Midnight Star, we gonna show you how to do it. Yes, we are. We got freakazoid, robots, and guards. They won't stop, don't stop, rocking the floor. They say,
Good morning, good morning, good morning. 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 Clap your hands, clap, clap, clap. Stomp your feet, stomp, stomp, stomp. Spin around, spin, spin, spin. Alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wash your hands, wash, wash, wash. Shake your hands, shake, shake, shake. Brush your teeth, brush, brush, brush. All right. Good morning.
What a great day. What an amazing day, though. Hey, good morning, Internet. It's Uncle Lou here. That's right. It's me, Uncle Lou. Live for you on Lutube today. Happy Friday. Welcome to the morning show with me and BBD. BBD will be joining us here in just a few minutes. We do this show 4 mornings a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us in the mornings. This is not a college football show, though. So if we could keep that in mind, I think that would be good. Yeah. I think that would be great. I don't see how, some of y'all don't drink coffee. I don't see how you survive. I picked USCjr to pick LSU before I knew the quarterback wasn't playing still. I don't know. What's LSU going to do? I don't know. Gregory Elmore Camel does not have a phone, sir. And I'm not joking. I am not joking. Yeah, good morning. You're on with Uncle Lou, though.
Yeah, good morning. I heard I missed a Camel Toe loses his man card replay last night.
Yeah, it was by popular request, though.
Any chance we could get a replay this morning?
Maybe at
You
the
can
end.
you can never get too much man card losing,
You know, that's true.
in my opinion,
Well, when
especially when we're dealing with this guy.
with camel toes, yes. I was about to say yes. I would agree.
I was literally telling people yesterday that they couldn't tell you who Camel Toes is, but that made my day yesterday, man.
Well, it was hilarious.
That may even get me through this impending beatdown tomorrow. I may just put that on loop and take it to the game with me, and every time Alabama scores, I'll just play it and watch that.
Are you going to subject yourself to the brutal and unnecessary punishment of live streaming that game?
Oh no, me and Law Tide are going to the game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do remember you said that.
So I'm gonna subject myself to the brutal and whatever it was you said, punishment of actually being there live. But you know what, Lou? I've been fortunate enough to have been in the stands watching live the last 2 times that we ended ridiculously long losing streaks to Bama. So You never know.
Anything can happen. I've been telling people all week.
That's true.
Georgia
Like
lost to
man-
Alabama last week.
Yeah. Camel Toes could get his man card back today.
No. Well,
Yeah,
let's
well,
not get carried away.
Almost anything, right?
Yeah.
They weren't wrong about him, were they?
They were right about everything they ever said about him. By they, I mean me.
Oh, okay.
In this case, I'm they. You know?
Gotcha. Understandable. So what's going on in Lou's world besides football stuffs? Anything exciting?
Not really. Not much. Georgia's off this week, so
I said, yeah, no.
don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So
Stress-free weekend.
stress-free weekend. Now I do have to make a hype and hate video today for our buddy.
What did he decide on?
Well, I'm not gonna say.
Oh, okay. Surprise.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say. Other than to say that it's definitely a team he hates,
Okay.
and I would say the chances are above 50% that someone else shows up and helps me with this video.
Okay.
Possible super fan alert.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Wooden stick alert, maybe? Or are we going to keep that under wraps too?
Possible super fan alert here.
Okay.
So there's only a handful of them. So
Yeah. Yeah, and they don't last forever. General Baltard's proof of that.
he is proof of that. Just like normal human beings, super fans have an expiration date.
That's true.
Yes, it is true.
Sad, but true.
Sad but true. What are you gonna do?
Look, you can sit around and whine about it, or you can pull your bootstraps up, whatever the hell those are, and move on.
And just invent a new super fan character.
You could do that.
Yeah. Not for
That can
Tennessee.
get costly, though. That could get costly.
Could, depending on what all is involved. What's the newest one? White Tonto.
Tonto.
Yeah. Now, I was a little surprised though. That stuff didn't cost that much. I thought they
Yeah,
might
it
try to
was-
get me because it's kind of it was Halloween stuff was just coming out, and I thought, man, I'd probably be better off if I'd have bought this in May or something. They jacked these prices up for Halloween for these costumes, but
Did you think you were going to get scalped?
yeah, I was a little concerned. I was a little worried about it,
Well,
but ended up being all right. I don't remember exactly. It wasn't that bad though. I think it might have. I think it was,
I'm sure
I think it was less than $50 for all of it.
as big as Augusta is, I'm sure you guys have at least one, probably a couple of those Halloween stores, don't you?
Yeah. Now they're not. They only pop up. They pop up in September. They're not year-round stores.
Right.
We have a Party City that's open year-round, and during Halloween they turn half their store into a costume store.
Gotcha.
But then we have like these places called like Spirit Halloween and all these, and they they'll go around to shopping centers, and whichever shopping centers have an abandoned storefront, they'll rent that storefront out for a couple of months and hot costumes,
We have
That's what they do.
We got a store here. It's year round, believe it or not, where you can go and people come dressed up in costumes and walk around. It's called Walmart. You guys have those?
We do have a Walmart here.
Yeah, you can see all kinds of scary creatures at ours.
Halloween year-round in there.
Yep.
Uh,
How did the world survive as long as it did without Walmart?
that's a fair question.
I mean, we had Kmart, which was like a really bad, cheap imitation of Walmart.
Yeah.
We
And they're
see how
open
that worked
24
out.
hours. I mean, that changed the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been sitting around at 3:30 or 4 in the morning going, God, man.
Wish I could go buy a riding lawnmower.
I really wish I had a riding lawnmower, a gallon of paint, a new pair of jeans, some
and
socks,
a loaf of bread.
a video game, and an HDMI cable.
Yep. Oh, Sam was pretty forward thinker, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
His family, his son, he's tried hard to ruin Sam's vision. But gotta say, he's done a pretty good job of keeping things rolling.
People would go nuts if they shut Walmart down.
Well, hell,
But no one goes there.
Right, nobody ever.
Everybody in this comments, I mean, I haven't seen it, but anytime you start talking about Walmart, everybody says they never go there. But then whenever I go there, I see you there.
Yeah. I never go there
every
either.
time.
Do you never go there?
I go to Walmart. Yeah, I go to Walmart. I'm not, yeah, I go to Walmart. Everybody goes to Walmart. People say,
we don't have a Target here, Bird, Beard, God, Kel. We don't have a Target.
Target is really just a slightly more expensive version of Walmart is all it is.
Yeah.
Really.
It's cleaner. It's a much cleaner looking place.
We have a couple of Walmarts here. I mean, a couple of Targets here.
Really?
You wouldn't, okay. You want to know how many Walmarts we have here?
Oh, no. I mean, you've probably got more Walmarts in Augusta than we have restaurants here in Greenville. I mean, it may not be that many, but I'm sure you've got at least a half a dozen.
If you include the neighborhood markets, they call it, which are basically grocery stores only that Walmart has now, we've got over 10 easy. Easy.
Apparently, Joe Briggs in the comments section is a Greenville native. He's informing me of what we do and don't have here in Greenville. So far, he's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we've got 6 or 5 regular Walmarts and at least that many of the grocery stores. Now, I don't like the Walmart grocery stores. Those things are horrible. At least the ones here are. I don't ever go to the what do they call them? Neighborhood markets, I think is what they got. They're horrible.
They're green.
Yeah, and I'm not even kidding. I don't go there. They are awful. Those are the worst grocery stores I've ever been in.
I've never been to one either. My daughter actually, her first quote unquote real job, I guess you could call it, was there. Her sister is some kind of manager at the one. Pop quiz, Joe. Where's the nearest neighborhood market around here? She works there. I mean, they pay pretty good, I guess, but I've never been in one. We got plenty of other grocery stores around here.
Yeah. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. He says Dan Mullen is 8 camel toes in disguise. Now, first of all, is that true?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess he could be.
I don't think Slim would lie.
Oh, okay, Joe. It's in Morristown. Or Marshtown, as they say around here. Back to this Dan Mullen is camel toes in disguise thing.
Right.
I don't know if I believe that, because I've seen, be careful how I put this. I've seen the YouTube version of Camel Toes. I've seen his wife in videos. And she just don't seem like the type, based on how she talks to Camel Toe. She don't seem like the type that would get off the bus and just go ahead and start sucking face with all the football players.
Well, let me ask you this. Whose house does Dan Mullen live in?
I'd say probably Dan Mullen. Well,
does
no,
he live in his house? Does he live in him and him's wife house? Or does he live in her house?
Well, if I'm being honest, most men who are married live in their wives' houses. Regardless of who brings home the bacon.
See, now you're Team Camel Toes here.
Well, I thought you were going to say I've opened up a can of worms.
No.
Well, no, I'm just saying, best I can remember, and maybe this is why I'm not married anymore, but based on the 2 times that I've been married, easiest way to survive a marriage is to just go ahead and assume, at least pretend, that everything is hers.
Well, I'm not saying you don't know what you're talking about, but you are 0 for 2.
That's true.
So you might not know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this could go either way. Or the 2 women each could be 0 for 1. Which would not be true because the first one's like 0 for 4 now.
Now, whose she shed do I work in?
I'm not touching that one. The fine patrons of Lutubes. How about that?
Yes.
All the great people over the years that have contributed to Lutube, both monetarily and not, because they're all equally important.
Cha-ching.
Register right on time.
I was gonna. I was trying that out. I found this service that does different things, and that's one of them. And I was just gonna try that out, but then so many people started saying how annoying it was, and that please stop doing it. That now I just want to leave it up.
Yeah. Have you looked for, or have you found anything for PayPal? I think I've seen a couple other streamers that, well, some of them are ridiculous, the shit that they have on their screen. Some people have got, statistics, a whole statistics board, box score on their screen of super chats, PayPal donations, all that stuff.
I wish I could remember the guy's name. This has been several years ago. But there was a YouTuber that used to, I don't know if it's this same program I'm using that shows the super chat. I don't know. I haven't played around with it much. But he used to go out in public live streaming. He would go like Walmart, the mall, the grocery store, the park, whatever, anywhere where there was a bunch of people around. And he had it set up to where anybody that sent in a super chat, it would read the super chat out loud in that computer voice, like the Siri voice or whatever.
Yeah.
And so people would send in super chats that say like, "I haven't bathed in 2 weeks," and this guy's standing in the in line at the gas station or whatever with 10 people standing around, and all of a sudden his phone goes, "I haven't taken a bath in 2 weeks," or whatever. And there was a lot worse stuff people would send in too, but but some of that was pretty funny. Wish I could remember who that was, but I can't remember now.
Is it possible that you can. It'd be nice if you could change exactly what the thing does or says, and then every time you get a super chat, a voice comes in. I ain't changing my voice just for your YouTube buddies or whatever the hell Camel Toe's wife said.
Yeah.
That'd be great. What did she say again? I know you remember.
Well, I can make it any sound I want.
Oh.
So I could have it where every time somebody super chats, what you hear is Camel Toe's wife going, "This is my house."
There you go.
Should I do that?
I think you should.
I'll do that over the weekend and set it up for next week's morning show.
What was it she said about I'm not changing the way I talk just because? That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
I'm not changing the way I talk to you just because you're dick measuring with your buddies or whatever it was. That was great.
I also like the part where she said, "I don't care about your retards," talking about the people that watch 8 Camel Toes.
I missed that one.
And she was like, "I don't care about your retards in their show my dick games." I mean, she just completely annihilated him in about 3 minutes.
Oh, she took, if there was a quarter of an ounce of manhood left in that guy's soul, she just robbed it.
She must not know that he's a legend trash talker.
Bet she found out after the show was over.
I don't know. After she
Don't
went
you know
off
I'm
on
a
him,
legend?
he went into full emo mode, pulled out his guitar, started crying and playing sad songs, that whole deal, you know.
I need to go watch that. Is it still up? I
Yeah,
mean,
the
is it
name of
still-
the name of the video is called No Politics. And it's 10 hours long, just so you know.
Yeah.
The part where all that happens is somewhere, I think, in the 3 hour.
Okay.
But good luck finding it, I guess. But Slim says, "Of course it's true. I wouldn't lie to you, sir." Well, I'm going to go ahead and take his word for it then.
Yeah, Slim's not in a habit of coming on here and making false accusations.
No. Mike Reiser, joke of the day. Let's see if BBD can get this one. What's worse than passing out at a party and waking up to a dick being drawn on your face?
I don't know, Lou. What is worse?
Finding out it was traced.
Shit. Oh, that'd be rough, wouldn't it? You ever had that happen to you, Lou?
No,
you're gonna
but
say no.
I think I've told this story before. But when I was in college, a bunch of us rented a house over near the college and lived there for a couple of years. And we used to do all kinds of stupid, silly ass pranks on each other all the time. And I don't know who came up with this one, but we if somebody ever fell asleep in the living room, passed out on the couch, whatever, something like that, we would go get a hot dog out of the fridge and you put it in the microwave for not long, 20 or 25 seconds, just to you get the chill off of it, warm it up. It was about body temperature.
Mm-hmm.
You unzip your pants, you hang the hot dog out of your zipper, you walk up to whoever's asleep on the couch with the hot dog hanging out of your zipper, and you start rubbing the tip of the hot dog on their lips.
Oh, my
When they wake up, you turn around real quick and do a motion like you're zipping up your pants, and all they know is a warm, salty taste on their lips, and you're pulling you're zipping up your pants.
How many people got their ass beat for that one?
Nobody, but some people got, that's a good one, though. That's a good one.
I believe that's the first time I've heard of that one. We just did the generic putting makeup on their face kind of stuff. Putting their hand in warm water. You ever had that pulled on you?
I don't think so.
Any kind of sleeping prank?
No. No. Now, some people get their eyebrows shaved off.
You'd have to be like dead.
Is that what happened to Jeremy Pruitt?
No, Jeremy Pruitt's got his eyebrows. You're thinking of Josh Dobbs. I think what happened to Jeremy Pruitt was.
Oh, Jeremy Pruitt had Botox and it went wrong.
Yeah, his right eyebrow stays in that perpetual.
He's constantly surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, I think somebody super glued his like that.
That seriously can happen to you from Botox if you get too much or they put it in the wrong place or the person doesn't know what they're doing. A lot of these people will get Botox in their forehead to get the wrinkles out. Mm-hmm. And it tightens your skin up is what it does. And if they do it wrong, it'll raise one of your eyebrows up like that. Or you look constantly surprised. Vector 12, thank you for hitting the PayPal link this morning. He says, how's the helmet collection coming, Lou? As a Bama fan, I believe you perfectly exemplified what every fan should be to their team from this past week. Thank you, sir. We'll likely meet again. BVD, I hope everything is well your way until tomorrow afternoon. Y'all have a good morning.
Thank you, Vector 12.
The helmet collection is going much better than the shelf collection. But I think I'm going to go tomorrow morning to Lowe's and get 2 more of these. I need 2 more of these shelves to finish running the shelf along the other wall.
What are you using up there? Just a little. Haven't really taken a good look at it. Like a piece of 1 by something, 1 by 4, 1 by 6.
Yeah, it's pre-painted. It's shelving from Lowe's, pre-painted. It's 1 by 8, I think.
Oh,
I mean, they have 1 by 6, 1 by 8, 1 by 10.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, I think. I guess I probably need to measure before I go back and make sure I buy the same one. But I think this is 1 by 8 because those helmets aren't very deep, so it doesn't, it didn't need to be very wide, the shelf. I think it's 1 by 8 though. Yeah, and they're just pre-painted, that white shelving that you get from Lowe's. And I need
get into
more
some money.
pieces.
Get into some money buying shelving from Lowe's. I've had to go purchase some shelving myself here in the last few weeks, and depending on what you get, you can definitely get into some money.
Yeah.
Surprised at how much wood costs right now. The COVID-19 price gouging is in full effect.
Yeah, I told you, I think I told you, or told the story, this building that I bought normally takes 2 weeks from the time you order it to the time they deliver it. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons it took, whatever it was, 6 weeks instead of 2 weeks is because it's hard to get building supplies.
Yeah.
Because of what you said, COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's still, all the stores around here, grocery stores, Dollar General, Walmart, all of them still have some empty shelves, depending on, what product you're looking for.
Yeah, that's the case here too. Now, it's nothing like what it was 4 or 5 months ago, but yeah, it's I've noticed that here too. There are still some things that when you go,
dish detergent is one of the things I've noticed around here that is scarce. There's a lot of the cheap shit,
right?
But like bottles of Dawn are kind of hard to find. Not hard to find, but there's just not.
Like Dom Perignon?
Yeah.
Stuff's hard to find.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Don Perignon.
Yes, Perignon.
Yeah.
Speaking of Don Perignon, I guess I should have said this at the beginning of the show, but I'm not any good at that kind of thing. But there is no Tiger Cat today.
Oh,
so
okay.
let's just everybody can. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Everyone's clicking off now.
I was wondering. So she apparently texted you.
She's sick or something.
Yeah.
Not feeling well. I don't think it has anything to do with LSU's record. I think she's legitimately sick.
She's legit sick. I mean, if she's not, she's one of the most amazing actresses ever, because she hit her last night on her main event show.
She was on somebody's show stream yesterday. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was saying she didn't feel good and this and that, and it was just so funny. Everybody in the comment section telling her what was wrong with her.
Oh yeah, you know that. We got all kinds.
Oh! It's I know what it is. Someone told her she had Bell's palsy or something. Someone else. What did someone else? Somebody was telling her she's got diabetes. It's to eat some sugar or something. And I'm like, what are y'all diagnosing somebody over StreamYard? You know, that's like, and I think I even said this in the comments over there too. But these WebMDs and you go to Google right now, type in any 3 symptoms. It's going to tell you have an hour to live. Always. I don't care. I mean, it was just funny. You know, I think she was dizzy or something else. Anyways, I forget what she was saying. And then, oh, well, you need to do this, and this is probably what it is. And like, how the hell
pretty
y'all know what it
amazing.
is?
Pretty amazing, the stuff that people know out there.
Yeah. Somebody on StreamYard can tell you they have a headache and they're dizzy, and you've done diagnosed them with all kinds of rare.
I wish people could tell me, well, we got 134 people in here now. Hopefully there's at least 5 or 10 doctors.
Oh, I want to start. Yeah, let's start doing that.
I've been having dizzy spells.
Yeah, let's start
quite
doing
a while
that.
now.
Once a week, I want you to just
give some symptoms.
Take 5 minutes and tell us everything that's wrong with you.
Oh shit!
And then let the people tell you what the diagnosis is. Then you'll know.
Okay.
Hole in arm, dizzy, feet numb. What else? Now, you could have gangrene.
I could.
You could have gangrene. Or what's it called when parts of your body fall off?
Bad luck?
No.
Bad hygiene?
What's it called? It's a disease. What's it called when part of your, like when you're just walking down the road and your foot falls off? Yeah, leprosy. You might have leprosy. Part of your arm fell off, right?
Well, no, it got cut out. It didn't fall out. The doctor actually cut it out. It could have been one of those rogue doctors looking for a kidney and was Googling it on YouTube, and one of these expert doctors said start by cutting a big hole out under the guy's underarm. He found out there was no kidney in there, so he just said hell with it.
Now, Tiny Tonto says, sounds like you might have Voltard virus.
Yeah, that's called Voltarditis. You're thinking of a different disease.
Thank you for the super chat, Tonto. Waikiki, thank you for the super chat. He says, we need BVD Tinder account up and running. I agree. You know what, BVD? Should we farm that out?
We can. It's your baby.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to do it. It would be a lot of fun, but apparently I'm just not going to do it.
Well, you don't have any time.
Well, especially during the season, I don't. If I'm gonna even try to do it, it's gonna have to wait till like February or something. But I wonder if someone would be willing to do it now.
Well, wouldn't it be great if we could?
And they can come on once a week,
Well, I was gonna say we could do that whenever, and we could plan a first in-person meeting with this lucky winner at the South Olympics.
Yeah, GPIC. That's what we've been talking about this forever. A farmers only account or whatever, a Tinder account or an eHarmony, one of these things. I don't, whatever. We want to create one for BVD, but BVD doesn't run it. Like the original, I was going to run it originally. And I was going to see if I could set BVD up with something, using his pictures and all that. But I just never did it. But I wonder, Is there anybody that has experience with any of that kind of stuff that's willing to do that? But now you have to come on the show once a week and explain in excruciating detail what went on the Tinder account that week or whatever.
See, everybody's already telling me what I need. So not only do we have doctors.
They said just set you up a TikTok here. That works good.
Well, I don't know. We've seen some of the results of those TikTok relationships. Definition 409. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, wherever he is, it works, Lou.
What's that now?
Definition 409 with a super chat. Just set BBD up a TikTok account. I hear HERE. That works.
Oh.
It works wherever he's at.
I got you. Doesn't work there.
Right.
Just works here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes sense. Where does Chess live? Because it works there.
Wherever Calhoun is.
The number of people who know where Calhoun is whatever the number of people that live in Calhoun is.
Yeah. Maybe a few extra. Maybe a few people that live in the outskirts. Does Calhoun have outskirts? Or is Calhoun the outskirts?
Calhoun is the outskirts, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Calhoun. I know it's in North Georgia. Somewhere. Gainesville area or something
North Georgia.
silly like that. I really don't know.
That's right. There is a Gainesville, Georgia, isn't there?
Yeah. Yes, there is. The only place I've ever seen a KKK rally.
Calhoun?
Gainesville, Georgia.
Oh.
In person, I mean. I've seen these clowns on TV with their costumes on, but that's the only place I've ever seen it in person.
Oh, so you were physically in Calhoun, Gainesville, Georgia.
Yeah.
And there just happened to be a KKK rally going on.
Yeah, I mean, I marched down the street. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Goose, what's up, buddy? He says, what's the best part of a BJ once you're married? The 5 minutes of silence.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Oh, ay. Yeah, that's where Matt from Gainesville is from. Gainesville, Georgia. Yeah.
Darian Ford found a KKK recruiting business card in Dublin, Georgia. I ran across, it's been years ago on here, some KKK video, and it was something about Greenville. They were, I don't know, having a meeting, passing out flyers, pamphlets, something. And I left a couple of not very nice remarks about the KKK on that. And the number of people that were coming to get me after that comment was alarming. Nobody ever came to get me though, Lou. Not one KKK person showed up at my door.
Yeah. Well, they're pussies. That's why.
Oh, yeah. Kind of people that show up on Jerry Springer. I used to love watching those idiots on like the Springer show. They have their little 6-year-old child there. Amazing what some of these people subject their kids to.
Jordan, the ACC man doesn't have any conference pride because, well, why would they? But it is funny that the same ACC man who spends 90% of his free time talking about how dumb it is that SEC man does have pride in his conference when it comes to football, that same ACC man will spend half his day talking about what a great basketball conference the ACC is. So we're not fooled. The ACC man, such as yourself, sir, Jordan, Mr. Bowman, does have pride in their conference in basketball, and it shows. It shows. Y'all talk about it all the time. When it comes to football, you don't talk about it because there's nothing to talk about. There's no reason any ACC man would have conference pride when it comes to football. So it's not that you think it's dumb. You don't think it's dumb for people to brag on their conference. You don't think that. Because the ACC man brags about basketball and how good the ACC is in basketball all the time.
Facts.
So don't act like you don't understand why the SEC man brags about SEC football. You do understand it. You're just an outsider in the football conversation. When it comes to basketball, you beat your chest and drag your knuckles.
Geez, I don't know. Jordan's a Clemson fan.
Yeah, he's a tater.
They don't have a whole lot to brag about in basketball.
It doesn't matter. That's part of the point.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, in particular, Clemson doesn't have a whole lot to brag about.
Which is why he talks about how good the ACC is in basketball. So he definitely gets it. He just can't participate in the whole conference pride conversation when it comes to football. He can't. Really, only the Big Ten and the SEC can.
I'm not a big conference pride guy either. I mean, I get it. I understand why there's homers. I see your point too. It's not using Jordan Bowman as a reference point, but a lot of the people that like using the SEC for example, a lot of the people that are always tooting the SEC horn are fans of teams like Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Missouri, South Carolina. Poo-poo teams.
Yes.
Like Alabama would have no reason, really, to be tooting that conference pride horn because.
But they do.
They do. But there's really no need for it because they are the reason, that people do holler, SEC, SEC, SEC. I think you said you basically want to see SEC teams win every bowl game, right?
I root for the SEC every single time they play non-SEC, regular season or bowl games, unless that particular SEC team losing would have some direct benefit to UGA. And the only example I could think of is, like, if for some reason Georgia and Florida, and they play, so maybe that's not a.
It's tough to find an example of what you're talking about, but
let's say if I needed Florida, if Georgia and Florida were ranked 4 and 5, and it was coming down to the end of the season, I would pull for Florida State to beat Florida.
Right.
At the end of the year.
Because you need that 4th spot.
Yeah. But outside of there being some direct benefit to UGA, I pull for the SEC team every single time. I mean, I'm not picking. I don't pick South Carolina to beat Clemson every year on predictions or whatever. But just in general,
You'd like to see it happen.
yeah. Celine Driver says maybe we could set you up on J-Date. BBD. Would you be interested in that?
J-Date?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Well,
I don't know what
it's
it is.
Jew date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Jews only.
Well, that would mean I would have to go in under false pretense.
Do you have a yarmulke?
I do not.
Because if we're going to put you on J-Date, we would need you to take a picture with a yarmulke on for us to use as your profile picture on there.
No, I don't have one.
Okay.
That's the little thing that goes on your head, right?
Yeah. You kind of, if you continue with the whole forgetting to shave thing, you could go for the Hasidic Jew look.
Is that, I'm going for the Amish look here.
Is there an Amish dating site?
There's got to be. If there's not, we need to start one. Of course, now I don't have a horse and buggy.
If we do Chess Hall mukbang, it'll be a week from today. Lutube management is currently monitoring behavior. And a decision will be made shortly because it takes 2 days to mail Chess what he needs to do it. So a decision will be made in the coming days.
Curveball, it could also be a sign on the back of a horse and buggy.
That's true.
Well, there's a lot of Mennonites around here. Maybe we could look and see if there's a Mennonite dating service. Archie, what the hell are you chewing on? Jeez. Old poodles.
Celine says he's worried that Chess Hall might have been lost to the influence of scuzzy people. I certainly hope that's not the case. Although there is a lot of evidence to support that claim, unfortunately.
No comment. Tell me what a Hasidic Jew is again.
I don't have any idea.
Or you were just asking me a few minutes if I was one.
No, I'm saying if you grew your beard out, you would look like one. I don't know what they are.
Oh. Well, that doesn't make any sense, Lou.
Why not?
Well, if you don't know what they are, how do you know what they look like?
Is what someone looks like who they are?
In some cases, not all.
So if I told you a Hasidic Jew has a beard, that would have answered your question.
Somewhat.
Okay. A Hasidic Jew has a beard.
There you go. All right. So I'm a Hasidic Jew. I don't know. This thing don't really qualify as a beard.
Yeah, I agree.
I call it my Amish underpinning.
I'm going to be honest. It's pretty bad looking.
It is.
Yeah. I don't really understand why you have it.
It's in that stage. I'm trying to eventually get to the Jesse J look.
It's not going to happen.
That long beard with the,
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
You never know.
I know, I do know.
Years ago, I couldn't even grow I look like Carter. You seen Carter's stuff under his chin?
I'm just saying it's not for everybody. I had to do that.
I like my scruff under my chin. You leave my beard.
I'm just telling you, it looks horrible. When we do the Tinder thing, I'm not sure how it's going to work.
It might look horrible to you, but there might be some sweet, cute, 300-pound, toothless woman out there needing love that loves it. You're thinking about it all wrong. Yeah, I do need to do something with it. Them stacks.
Stop mistreating BVD. I'm trying to help.
No filters will be used, Goose. There will be no false pretense on this adventure.
Use a filter on BVD's picture. Oh boy.
It's definitely possible because I've seen dudes out there that make me look like Tom Cruise walking around with some at least halfway decent women. I've never understood how they do it, but well, it's all about personality, Keith. Well, maybe, but 90% of people on this earth prefer a partner that's at least attractive to them. Like, I'll take you for example, Lou. You're obviously physically attracted to your wife, correct?
Yes.
I mean, that helps, right? Wouldn't you say? That definitely helps.
Yeah.
Ain't many people out looking for a significant other starting with personality. You can't start with personality. Oh, she looks like she's probably got a good personality. Let me go talk to her. No. I don't think it works. Hell, I don't know. Clearly, I don't know how it works. Somebody told me just put a pineapple in my buggy and walk around the grocery store with it. That means you're single. You ever heard that, Lou?
No.
I had never heard it either till I heard it. I still don't believe it.
Slim says there's at least 3 women out there for you, but they're all on the female arm wrestling circuit.
I like Drew Tube's comment. BBD isn't missing out on women. Women are missing out on me. That's true, Drew Tube. You nailed it. Maybe I could get me a sign and stand outside of Walmart at the intersection like a lot of these people are doing. We'll work for a date. Or something.
That might work if you shave the beard first.
Well, no, it would probably work to where instead of people being interested in a date would just throw money at me. Oh, look, a homeless guy.
How bad do you feel for Bad Dog this morning?
Yeah, they pretty much blew it last night.
They were up, what,
Yeah, they
20
were
to
up
10
11.
or something, 21 to 10, with 5
Yep.
minutes to go in a game and lost
Yep.
to a 1-win Eagles team.
Yep.
God. Poor Bad Dog, man.
And they didn't even put up a fight on defense. I mean, how did Philadelphia not score 80 in that game? just based off the last 2 scoring drives. Did you see? Well, I mean, I don't know how much of the game you watched, but where they were, I think it was their second touch, would have been their second touchdown. The guy literally, his foot hit the pylon. So they placed the ball at the 1-inch line, at the chest hall line. And they immediately went backwards from that point. Ended up on the 20, I think, 15 or 20. That was terrible. So that just goes to show you it is important. Like a lot of times, teams will go out of bounds right there, right at the pylon. Hell, just give them the touchdown. They're going to score anyway. Not all the time.
Right.
They proved
If you're playing Georgia, and they go out at the pylon, don't give them the touchdown because they're not likely to get it.
They didn't against Tennessee, did they?
Yeah, and it's another. This has been, I think it was 2 years ago against Florida. Now, we beat the bejesus out of them, so it ended up not mattering. But we ran 7 straight plays inside the 2-yard line against Florida and didn't score.
How many?
7. Due to a pass interference call in the end zone. That reset us that gave us another first down.
Yeah.
Basically, we had first and goal at the 2, didn't score. Pass interference on 3rd down gave us another first down. We went for it 4 times in a row and didn't get it. So 7 plays.
That's frustrating as hell to watch.
Yeah.
It's especially frustrating for your own team, but that's hard to watch, even if it's like watching Arkansas State last night. I was like, damn, really? I just don't get. If you got it first and goal at literally the 1 foot line or whatever, this may be one of many reasons why I am not and never will be a head football coach. I'm lining up in what we call the beef package, and I'm just, the quarterback's going to take the snap, and the whole force of everybody on offense is going to push forward. I would think in 4 tries you're going to get it in. That play virtually never goes backwards. The only way that play goes backwards is if the quarterback fumbles the snap. At the very least, you're not going to gain anything.
It makes no sense.
I don't understand it. First and goal at the 1 foot line. Let's line up and start 5 yards deep. Don't get it.
When I watch Georgia now, and it's 3rd and an inch or 4th of in an inch, I'm yelling for a false start. I want a false start.
Just to go ahead and put yourself 5 yards deep.
I think Georgia has a better chance of converting a 3rd and 5 or a 4th and 5 than they do a 3rd and 1 or a 4th and 1 for whatever reason.
Yeah, it happens.
It's like passing teams. It's like passing teams. A lot of times, if they hit a big play down to like the 6-yard line, they can't score.
Yep.
Because the field is so condensed down there. These spread teams, they can't run the ball generally. They struggle a lot down the closer. If you're a fan of one of those teams, you're more likely to score from the 25 than you are the 5. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason with Georgia, anything less than a yard to go is like, just forget it. We can't get it. And there's just no way.
That's what Philadelphia did last night on the game-winning touchdown. They had it down there on the 2, I think. And then they get a 15-yard penalty, and the first thing they do is throw a touchdown pass to the shortest damn guy in the stadium. A 5'6" guy. That was a pretty pass, though.
Drew, I don't know if we'd have won all 3, but we would have won 1 without question. I don't know if anybody was beating LSU last year. I don't care who you had, but we would have won one for sure.
Who played them the toughest last year? Auburn gave them the game, didn't they? I mean, I know Texas did in the first game.
Yeah, they beat Auburn 23-21 or something like that.
Yeah. The Bama game actually was pretty close.
Bama game was entertaining. Yeah, that was a high-scoring game too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pineapple played hurt, but that was the excuse the Bama man used. But the thing is, Pineapple played hurt every single game he's ever played. So is that really an excuse? He wasn't injured. He was just hurt.
Yeah, some of his best games were when he was hurt.
Right. He was always hurt. He wasn't injured. You can't play with you. If he was injured, he wouldn't have been playing.
Yeah. Shout out to the movie, The Program.
Like the Auburn game when they got beat by Bo Nix. How do you lose a shootout to a Bo Nix quarterbacked team? You know how bad you have to be for that to happen?
Yeah.
That's like Oklahoma losing a 54-48 game to Fromm. How does that happen?
It happened.
It did happen. It 100% happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bo Nix is bad. Sophomore
He's just
slump,
a
maybe? I don't
sophomore,
know. I mean, he to me, he looks worse than he did last year. Now, their offensive line is worse. Maybe that has something to do with it. Their defense also is worse than last year, which I tried to tell the Barn man all off season, but you can't tell them anything. Bo Nix was winning the Heisman. You remember that? You remember. All off season, he was winning the Heisman. Bo Nix. Dude's terrible. See, Georgia has terrible quarterbacks, but they win the majority of their games.
Does Nebraska have any shot tomorrow? I think they got a shot because it's the first game.
Everybody's got a shot, yeah. But I took I did the Big Ten video preview yesterday. I took Ohio State and laid 26 points. Ohio State's a covering machine. At least they were last year. They were 12-2 against the spread.
That's a pretty brave bet on the first game.
Yeah.
Maybe not with them, but did you touch the Tennessee game, or did you just go ahead and take Bama and lay the 21?
I haven't even done an SEC preview this week. I'm gonna try to do one today. I gotta do the hype and hate video, and then I'm gonna try to do another preview video where I did the Big Ten yesterday. I'm gonna try to do another preview video this afternoon where I talk about the rest of the games. It takes a long time to make those hype and hate videos, so we'll see.
You couldn't just tell me though, right? You got to keep
Who
it
I think?
secret.
What's the spread?
Yeah, I think it's 21.
Oh, I'll take Bama then.
Yeah.
I'll take Bama on anything under 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, no, last year might have been about every 3 or 4 years we give them a scare. And I'm afraid last year could have been that year.
Darian, I'm not the only one, but there are definitely a lot of deniers. I'm just the loudest one. I'm not the only one.
The stigma of black quarterbacks. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Old Jalen Hurts got in the game last night for the Eagles. I mean, I'm sure that's not his
A 2-point
first time
conversion,
in the
right?
game. Yeah. They
See, that's an okay way to use him at the quarterback position. But the idea that he would be the starting quarterback in an NFL game is ridiculous. I don't think he's got the ability.
Well, if there's any team where Jalen Hurts would have a good shot at ending up the starting quarterback, the Eagles would be that team because Wentz gets hurt every year.
That's true. That's true.
In fact, I don't think he's played a full season yet. His last name should have been Wentz instead of Wentz. He went, and he did one that went to North Dakota State.
Yes. And they got another one now. What's his name?
I don't know. The Fargo Dome.
Shoot, I can't remember his name now. But if the NFL draft was tomorrow, he'd be the third quarterback taken after Lawrence and Fields. Now, we'll see what happens over the course of a season, but he's really good. Trey Lance, thank you, Goose.
Trey Lance. Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, Justin Fields. Your top 3 picks, quarterback-wise. Does Trey Smith go in the first round in next year's draft?
Offensive lineman?
Yeah.
NFL teams are going to have a lot of questions about his leg, I can tell you that.
The blood clot thing?
Yeah, I don't know enough about that condition to know if that's like, I don't even know I don't know if that's something that has the potential to come back. I don't know. Like, I don't know anything about it.
I don't either.
I just know it was so serious that he was within an eyelash of never playing football again.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that, now that he is playing, I don't know what that means. If it's the type of thing where once you're over it and that's it, or I don't know if there was some kind of condition he has that caused that blood clot, and so it could happen again. I don't know, but that'll be something that the NFL would have to consider for a first round draft pick.
There will be a thorough look at that. Yeah. I mean, they'll uncover every stone trying to figure that one out. I would think if you're Trey Smith and his family and the doctor that's been working on him, you would have to feel pretty damn confident that it's not going to come back to let him play football again. But like you, I don't know anything about. Maybe someone here in the comment section who's an expert on blood clots and, whether or not they're likely to return.
Well, they're all experts.
But just based on his physical attributes and what he's capable of doing and what he's done, I would think he would be a sure bet in the first round. But hell, you never can tell with offensive linemen.
I saw this comment a second ago, and I didn't see who said it, but basically, is it true that NFL teams are losing on purpose to try to get Trevor Lawrence? No. If you think for 1 second that any group of 53 NFL players who, just think about how driven and competitive you have to be to even get to the NFL.
Yeah.
If you think that there's 53 people on a team sitting around going, you know what we need to do? Lose every game. You're out of your mind.
Think about how driven and proven you have to be just to make an NFL practice squad.
Yeah. There's just no way anybody is taking the field going, we have to lose. We have to lose so we can stay worse than the Jets.
I don't know where
so that we can get Trevor Lawrence. No, that
the whole
doesn't
tanking
happen.
for whoever wherever that started.
I think it's easier to do in another sport, say basketball, where there's only 5 people playing at a time, and it's much easier to trade people, to get rid of people in the NBA than it is the NFL. I mean, so in theory, if an NBA team were to start out 2-20, they could get rid of everybody and play 5 terrible people or whatever. So, but in the NFL, you just can't do that. And even if now there may be a GM of the Jets or the Falcons or the Giants or the Eagles or any of these terrible teams sitting around going, man, I hope we can get Trevor Lawrence next year. But there's no way, there's zero chance they're holding a team meeting with 53 NFL players and going, guys, I want you to go out and play as bad as you can. It's just, first of all, that is very dangerous. If you've ever played football, I mean, I didn't play at a high level. I played through high school, but it's if you do anything other than try as hard as you can in football, that's the easiest way to get hurt. Go out there, loaf around, don't try, go through the motion. That's the easiest way to get hurt. So I don't think there's any chance that there's an NFL team that is, quote, tanking for Trevor. Like I said, I'm sure there's a head coach or a general manager or a GM or an owner somewhere, all of them. Trevor Lawrence is better than half the starting quarterbacks in the NFL right now. So, there's a lot of GMs or head coaches that would love to have Trevor Lawrence.
Well, I'd say there's even a lot of players around the league that are thinking, man, boy, we sure could use Trevor next year.
Yeah.
But
I mean, what if you're an NFL? What if you're a third-year NFL player? So you're in a contract year. You're going to go out and shit the bed so that you can get cut? But the team can sign Trevor Lawrence next year? I mean, it's just not happening. There's just no way that's happening.
Hey, guys, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to play like shit this year in hopes that I'll get cut so you guys can have Trevor next year and have a great season.
Do you think college boosters interfere with who plays specifically at UGA? No. I think they do.
Try.
I think they try, and I think boosters think they have more power and influence than they do, because I think coaches. I can't call Kirby on the phone right now. Somebody that gave $1 million to UGA last year can, and Kirby's going to answer the phone and talk to him because he has to. It's part of the deal. And maybe Kirby nods when someone like that talks to him, but no, I don't believe that either. I think Kirby is offensively ignorant, specifically when it comes to the quarterback situation, and that he prefers a style of football that lends itself to having a Jake Fromm type quarterback.
Who is some of Georgia's high-end major boosters? Like for Tennessee, it's the Haslam family.
Coke and Crown Royal.
Okay.
Big, I mean, there's others, but those are a lot of the big wigs there at Coke and Crown Royal.
Crown Royal. Wonder if every head coach or every coach and person of influence on Georgia gets a free Crown Royal bag to carry their weed around in. That maybe not. Told Kirby last night, he said he was just winging it. You told to Kirby, Pinecone, I love you, man, but your typing is worse than mine. And I didn't think that was possible.
Type.
An 865 number calling me. I bet that's the home health nurse. She can wait.
Well, we'll go ahead and wrap the show up early since it's Friday. It's Hype and Hate Day.
All right.
And one lucky team out there is about to get to business today. Any guesses in the comments section who the Hype and Hate video is on today? Curious what y'all think. BYU, FSU, Tennessee, LSU, Ohio State.
I was thinking Ohio State.
Tennessee.
Yeah, that's a good. Who won?
Celine Driver.
Oh, yeah.
Bama, Liberty.
Wait, does Florida play this weekend?
Florida? No.
No. I don't think I've ever seen you do a hype and hate weekend for a defensive coordinator, so we know it's not what's his face. I'm gonna go with FSU. Or
Georgia
Miami.
Tech.
I don't know. I guess they'll just have to tune in and see, won't they?
Yes, they will. Definition 409, thank you for the super chat. He says, BVD, you ever call Title Max? Just check on them since they haven't called you in a while, just to make sure they're still there and doing good.
Definition 409, that is a fair question, sir. No, I do not. I do have them a Christmas card. All picked out, signed, and ready to go.
Would you be willing
Plus-
to? Would you be willing to call them on the morning show one day, and basically ask them just what he just said? Just, hey, I haven't talked to you
doing?
guys in a while. I just wanted to see how y'all were doing.
Hell yeah, I'd do that.
I guess I'll do it for the three-way thing. I'll mute myself.
Okay.
And we'll call we'll call them up.
Yeah, let's do that.
That would be pretty funny.
Hell, I'll
We need
tell
to
them
do
my-
more phone calls
I'll
stuff
tell
like
them my
that.
real name too.
What happened to Marcus Aurelius, by the way?
I don't know. He just ghosted.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking. All right, this is what I'm thinking.
He's on a
I'm
milk
thinking,
carton.
I'm thinking his job has something to do with it.
Oh,
That's just a total guess. Because I mean, think about what he does.
right.
We don't have very many lawyers, running around on YouTube trash talking and trolling, at least that we know of.
Right.
Half of the trolls on here could be lawyers for all we know, but that's just my guess. Hopefully, we hope the dude's okay. I like Marcus.
I
I
do
always
too.
have liked Marcus.
When he went to
Walmart.
and yelled at people for not wearing a mask, that was hilarious.
Well, what was so great about it was you told him to yell at people, and he wasn't yelling at them. Just the guy, he talked to him very calmly.
He basically blamed the guy. If we don't have college football season, it's going to be your fault, sir.
Yeah.
That's probably the second greatest thing we've ever done on the show. The talent show was amazing, but Marcus going to the grocery store and Walmart and asking people to please wear a mask so we can save college football season was pretty good.
And what was, I don't know about funny, but everybody was starting to call bullshit. He's not really out there doing it. He's just saying that. And the next thing you know, he's got somebody on the hook.
Yeah, you could hear the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we're ending early, can you hit me with the camel toes before we leave? I mean, if it's going to take too long to
No,
set
it
up,
won't.
Don't worry about it.
I think it should come right up to the spot. Usually, if you replay a video you just watched, it starts in the same spot again.
I was going to work on making a stinger out of that last night, but I instead chose to use my night off as an actual night off, and I went to bed early last night. And by early, I mean like 11.
Venus.
All right, here you
Yeah,
go.
and I believe he was in that chat section. And you said, yeah, JP won this one. So you better come again. I think you need to come correctly with me. I'm trying to come here and just hang out like you say you do. Hang out.
Whoops. Looked like JP fell in a well.
He fell in a well.
I think he fell in a well, dude.
That's why I dodged that one. He fell in a well. That's fucked up.
This is how you do it. Welcome to the new world.
JP fell in a well. Real shit fell down his basement.
I told you. You personally give 2 fucks about it. I
You
don't
know
do
it's
it.
fucking entertaining. You
That
know.
is
We skipped over this last time, but basically how the conversation starts is she's just sitting there and he looks over and basically is like, see, look at me. Did you see how I just kicked that guy out? You know, I'm the man, that kind of thing. And she basically responds with, I think you're stupid as shit. Let's hear that again.
Dude.
That's why I dodged that one. He fell in a well. That's fucked up.
This is how you do it. Welcome to the new world.
JP fell in a well.
You see, he goes, you see, that's how you do it right there. Like he's trying to show off in front of her. But she just immediately cuts his legs out from underneath him, and then it just goes from bad to worse.
Oh, real shit fell down his basement.
I told you. You personally give 2 fucks about it.
Her exact words, I could personally give 2 fucks about it. Her exact words, I could personally give 2 fucks about it.
You know it's fucking entertaining. You
That
know.
is not entertaining to me.
What? Raider cousin
That old
coughing a lot.
shit right there that you just did. That is
What?
not entertaining to me.
Well, I guess that's why we don't invite you in here.
Good.
You harpy.
I didn't ask to be invited.
Well, then why are you here?
Because I live here.
Oh,
Yeah, my house. My stuff's here.
what?
It's my house. My stuff's here. I live here.
Did you just hear her say my house?
If they didn't, I could say, yeah.
You heard her say my house? Y'all ever seen a bitch get beat on camera?
Yeah, you ain't gonna see it tonight either. But I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. They can just type it in.
Yeah. Just go to your search bar and put in wife demasculates husband on camera for no good goddamn reason, like a fucking stupid bitch. Just type that in and see what happens.
They'll find something.
Yeah, they'll see this.
I doubt it. But they'll find something.
That was the dumbest shit you've ever pulled. Ever. That was just stupid. I don't even know what the fuck you were thinking by
I
saying
was
that shit.
Thinking that this is my house.
I can't believe you said this is your house. I don't even know what you were thinking. I was thinking this is my fucking house. My God.
Do you know how that looks? Like you just said, this is my house. Like I'm just a part of your house.
Okay, well, you men are fucking retarded, so y'all can just play your little bullshit show my dick games all you want to. But next time, don't pull this shit out when I'm sitting in there. I don't give a fuck about any of it, and you know it.
That was really fucking rough.
I'm not gonna change the way I fucking talk from what I say just because you want the goddamn camera.
any part of Uncle Lou that feels even remotely bad for him.
No.
Yeah, me
Stop it. No. None. Not at all.
That was great.
Not at all.
That's one of those things that, to me at least, will never. If I'm alive in 20 years and somebody plays that for me, it's going to be just as great as it was just now.
I haven't watched 5 seconds of him, and I don't remember when. But the next time I see him live, if I happen to be looking at YouTube and he's live streaming, I will create a fake account because he's got me blocked. I will create a fake account just to go in there, and I'm just going to type in quotation marks, "This is my house."
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I was thinking because this is my house.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, he should have just stopped the stream because he went from bad to worse. He thought he was gonna get off camera and straighten her ass up, and it just went from bad to worse for him.
Well, even before that, he kicks JP off, and then he looks over to her like, "Look at me. See what I did there?"
Yeah.
Like, you know. And she was like, "That shit's stupid."
You can tell too that this is not the first time that he's tried to, I don't know, be cool to his wife, you know, and it's almost like he's been trying to convince her for a while that what he does on there is in some way, look at what I'm doing while you're out working, paying the bills.
And you also can tell that that's not the first time they've argued about him and YouTube.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know about you. I've heard other people say the same thing. I wonder how she feels when he's up fucking 10, 11 hours all through the middle of the night playing his guitar. And actually, she's probably happy. She's probably glad.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's the thing. There's been periods of 8, 9, 10, 11 nights in a row where he has streamed all night long while she sleeps.
Yep.
And then he's still streaming in the morning when she gets up, goes to work, and then she goes to work, he ends the stream and sleeps all day.
And then she comes home and there he is again.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm sure that's not the first time. And she was like, "I told you not to bring this camera out here when I'm sitting in this living room."
Yeah. Bringing his little show-off toy out here.
Yeah.
Look what I do all day.
Look what I did.
Honey. I could give 2 fucks.
Yeah, that was great. All right, let's get out of here.
Yep.
Hope you guys have a good weekend. Since Georgia's not playing this weekend, I hope all your teams win. That would be great. I'll be back on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for college game day there at Minnesota this week for the Michigan at Minnesota game. So I'll be live at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll watch the first half of college game day together or whatever it is. My stream this week on the Patreon page will be for the noon games unless something drastically changes in the votes. But it's pretty overwhelming for the noon games right now. So that's
well, you got a good one, at least one maybe good one in Ohio State and Nebraska.
Yeah, who's the
noon SEC game?
We got Syracuse and Clemson, Nebraska and Ohio State, NC State and North Carolina, Kansas and Kansas State, Auburn at Ole Miss, Oklahoma at TCU, Florida State at Louisville.
You got some good ones in.
Rutgers at Michigan. I mean, there's a bunch of them. Bunch of games at noon. There's so many games at noon, I can't watch them all. That's how many there is.
Maybe I'm crazy, and I doubt. One of the things that I now don't necessarily like about going to games live is I'll miss all those good noon games.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm getting. I try to go to one game a year. Not this year because of Corona, but like to take my son so he can experience that and the tailgating and all that. But
Get him hooked.
generally speaking, I enjoy college football Saturdays more nowadays at home than I do at the game. And I think what I'm going to start doing too, and me and my son talked about this a few weeks ago. Not that we won't go to any UJ home games anymore, but if I can only go to one game a year, or I choose to only go to one game a year from now on, we're going to try to go to an away game and try to like go to as many different stadiums as we can over the next.
There you go.
I mean, he's 11, but he's going to reach an age soon where doing anything with me is not very high on his priority list. You know,
You can prevent that though.
I'd like to do some things with him over the next few years before he gets into that 14, 15, 16, where maybe he won't want to do that, you know. But
Yeah.
anyway, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Thanks to everybody for supporting the show this morning. It means a lot to us. We'll do it again. Do it again next week. That's it.
Yeah. Y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah, I'll see
And,
y'all tomorrow.
quit.
Hype and hate this afternoon. I'll try to get a second video up to a preview video of some of the other games. I did all the Big Ten games yesterday. I'll try to do a second video today, talking about teams outside the Big Ten, SEC, ACC, Big 12. Definitely.
If you're not
doing
an
Hype and Hate.
Alabama fan, do OBBD a favor this weekend and put all of your energy towards hoping Tennessee wins. And maybe you can help keep it close for me.
Yeah. I mean, from a YouTube perspective, it sure would be nice if Alabama would lose. That would be hilarious.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
That would be hilarious. But we'll see.
Yes.
All right, guys. We love you. We'll do it again next week. Y'all have a
Have
good
a good
morning.